Welcome to today's video. In this video, we are going to derive the Nerst equation. The Nerst equation. This Nerst equation is very, very essential when it comes to thermodynamics. We are going to derive the Nerst equation. But first, let's identify the fundamental equation. The fundamental equation is given that delta G is equal to delta G standard plus R root T ln Q. The delta G here is the Gibbs free energy, and at equilibrium, delta G is represented as delta G standard. The R is the Gauss constant, and the T here is the temperature, which is represented in Kelvin, and the Q is the reaction quotient. That means Q is equal to reactant all over the product. And now, at equilibrium, the Gibbs free energy is equal to 0. When we replace 0 where Gibbs free energy is, that means we have 0 equal to delta G standard plus R root T ln Q. And if we take delta G standards to the left hand side, we are having delta G standard to be equal to minus R root T ln Q. So another thing here is to take note that Q at equilibrium is represented as equilibrium. The Q at equilibrium is represented as equilibrium constant, which is what? Equal to K. Take note of this. And now, what we are going to do next is delta G is equal to NFE. The N is the number of moles of electron, the F is the Faraday's constant, and the E is the potential difference, which is the electrochemical cell. And so now, we have it that delta G standard is equal to minus R root T ln Q. Now let's take note here. This E, which is the potential difference, at equilibrium is represented as E standard. You get? And this E standard is equal to R root T ln K all over NF. Let's bring back the fundamental equation, which is delta G equal to delta G standard plus R root T ln Q. So by bringing NME to the left hand side, it becomes minus NFE equal to, since remember that Q at equilibrium is represented as K. Since delta G is at equilibrium, delta G standard is at equilibrium, we have to represent it as K. And so we are having R root T ln Q minus R root T ln K. So now let's divide both sides by minus NF. We have it out. This is minus NF minus NF and minus NF. And when we do that, NF cancel out. Now what is left? We are left with E equal to root ln Q minus root ln K. And if you remember vividly, we said that at equilibrium, E is equal to E standard, which is root ln K. Now let's represent it here. So we now have it that E is equal to, since E is represented as root ln K, now we now have it here. This is minus NF. This is plus minus NF. Plus divided by minus, we're going to have minus. And so it will be E standard minus root all over NF ln Q. And this becomes our next equation. Let me write it bold here. And this becomes our next equation. Please, if you really like this video, please follow for more. Thank you for watching.